What up?
Dude. And if you want to join us, there's really nothing stopping you other than good decision making. 216-578-1007 if you want to join us on the phone. 800-348. 100, what is it? 100-348.
800. Not 100.
I can't remember the phone numbers.
100-392.
800-348-1007. Yeah, there you go. Florence, South Carolina. And she said, guest bartender feels like a very clever way for Garage Bar to get Bill to cover somebody's shift. Does Bill want a guest cashier at the Winn-Dixie for me this weekend?
Do I get a percentage of the sales?
Will you go? I don't know that that's how cashiering works,
well,
but
that's why I do the guest bartending stuff, because I get a little chunk of money out of it.
Oh, that's why you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like a hey,
Wait.
come see Bill. You get a cut of the bar.
Wait, you get a percentage of the sales or a percentage of the tips?
I get, for one, I got a flat rate, and this last night I got tipped out.
Tipped out.
Like I
okay,
did a
that's
shift.
different.
Yeah. But I mean, you can make a lot more as a bartender than you can as a
Wait,
cashier.
so are you side hustling now as a bartender? I thought it was just this thing where
No, it's just-
come say hi to Bill and he'll
they
be
just
behind the
have-
bar for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was that, but it's like they have guest bartending nights where it's a competition between the bartenders that work there, and they bring a guest bartender in, and then whoever has the best sales night gets a bonus on top of that. So I was helping my friend out to see if she could be the top earner so she could get a bonus, because she's helped me out with the comedy shows I've done there. So a little cross
A
promotion.
little quid pro quo, you mean?
I guess, yeah.
I'm so confused. So she goes, hey, I need some star power so that I can make more money behind the bar, and then you go out and help?
Yeah.
All right, I thought it was.
helping
I just thought it was one of these things where it's like, when I've done like, and I haven't done for a long time because I always
This one was different than the one I did.
decline, but like the celebrity bartending things, they're like, you're not making any money on it. I thought that you were just kind of hanging out.
I've done ones where it's like a charity thing, or I haven't made money on it. This one was one where I will make some money, or did make some money, and then they're all a little different. But
So everybody pools their tips.
Mhm.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And then
they work their shit.
God, I remember waiting
It
tables.
was a lot of fun though, and I was really this time when I did the one at headquarters, I was cracking a few beers here and there. But last night I was like making drinks, like making mixed drinks and shots and all sorts of stuff. Like I was serving, like I was bartending last night.
Well,
real.
I've gone past
It was fun.
I've gone past Erica's question. Do you want to guest cashier her shifts at the Winn-Dixie
no,
this
that's
weekend?
okay. That's all right.
Okay.
I'm going out of town this week.
I don't know if she's working at the one in Irby or the one on Cashua. They're in Florence, South Carolina, but she wanted to know, and I said I'll find out. It sounds like it might be more trouble than it's worth, but I will. I'll inquire and find out. No, just waiting tables when you had to cash out to the bar. You tip out to the bar, and they always think you're screwing them. Like I worked fine dining, so everybody's making a lot of money, and you're tipping out to the bar, and like half the times. The bar is not really Johnny on the spot. So there was always this argument between wait staff and the bar, because half the time you had to get back there, if it's like a Saturday night or something, you'd have to like make your own drinks. And I'm like, why am I tipping you out when I had to do my job and half your job? Did you guys run into that at Winking Lizard?
No.
Arguments
tip
between
out-
wait staff and bar.
That's any place you work. At
Right.
the Lizard, you had to just tip out the bar, but
Did you have to tip food runners?
we didn't have them.
Oh.
I was going to say at House of Blues, you had to tip out. It was a percentage of sales, which was very annoying because you weren't always getting great tips on your. So if you have $1,000 in sales, right, you had to tip 3% out to the bar, 1% out to the food runner, and then 1% out to the bussers. So you were tipping out 5% of your money. So if you had $1,000 in sales, I mean, you're really only making 20% of that is $200, and you're giving away 40 of it,
Right.
So it can be a pain in the ass. But yeah, when you're like, I have to hand you $40 and I waited 20 minutes for a beer,
That's what I'm
yeah, it can
saying.
be very annoying.
There were always arguments. Because bar, they're just back there. They're not running around. They're not getting screamed at in the kitchen. They're just back there.
But also depending on what type of restaurant it is, like Winking Lizard is mostly beer, so not super complicated. Whereas House of Blues had a ton of like mixed cocktails and hurricanes.
Special
and
orders and stuff.
Yeah, fancy martinis and things like that. So those take a lot longer to make.
Bill,
So
did
the
you have to
bartender
make
would
any
get busy.
fancy martinis last night?
I made, so it was Austin Powers themed. I was Fat Bastard. One of the girls was dressed up as Austin Powers. Another girl was dressed up as a fembot. And
Do you do like the bottle flips and things like that
no,
back
nothing
there?
like that. But I made like it was like an ice cream. It had ice cream in it, and then Fanta. It was like a float with some booze in it. So that's probably the fanciest thing I made. And then another one called Blue Balls.
Uh-huh.
Which, well, they were in like fancy glasses, but I wouldn't say they were fancy martinis.
Uh-huh.
Made
So
some,
you
made some green tea shots. I was out there mixing it up. If I kept with it, I feel like I could be a pretty good bartender.
Were you dressed as Fat Bastard? You had like the
Fat Bastard on vacation. I was wearing exactly what I wore on the show yesterday.
Oh, okay. Not like the Tam O'Shanter or whatever that hair
It got a
is.
laugh every time I said it though, so it worked.
How many times did you say it?
Every time somebody asks, they're like, "Okay, that's Austin Powers and that's a fembot. Who are you?" I'm like, "Fat Bastard on vacation," and they're like, "Ha."
Did you have mutton chops?
No, I didn't go.
Did
that
you have
far.
to yell "Get in my belly" to people?
I didn't, but I did a few times.
Did you have to tell people that you farted all sheepishly?
I mean, they knew.
One look at me and they were
No,
pretty clear.
People weren't that really concerned with the theme, especially Faith in her Austin Powers getup drew the eye, so nobody even was really looking at me compared to what she was dressed as.
I see.
It was a very sexy Austin Powers getup that she was. It's
A
on my,
sexy Austin Powers. She was dressed as Austin Powers?
yeah, it's on my Instagram story.
Sexy Austin Powers.
Go on my Instagram story, you'll see.
Huh.
You'll see.
Wow. All right. Mary, did you ever dress as sexy Austin Powers? She have like how you make buck teeth sexy.
Well, she didn't do the buck teeth.
But that's like part of Austin Powers.
Well, that's not the sexy part. And he fixed the
But
teeth.
what is the sexy part of Austin Powers?
Well, she's in like a dress. Like she's like in a little mini skirt and boots. All you have to do is
But
look at
what's
the
the
picture.
Austin Powers part?
Look at the clothes, man. It's like a crushed velvet dress.
So it was just crushed velvet.
But it
Could have been Velma, or who's the redhead on Scooby-Doo? Not Velma, the
Daphne.
hot one.
Daphne. Yeah.
Daphne. All right. I'm just trying to get. I don't want to look at the picture. I want a picture to be painted for me.
I don't want to paint a picture for you.
Well, that's
when
the
you can
business
just-
we're in. That's
when
what
you
I'm
can
trying
just
to.
go look at the picture.
I don't want to do that. I'm having a conversation, and I want to know what the sexy part of Austin Powers is. Okay. Well, there you go. Congratulations. You didn't spin any bottles, though. You didn't flip any
No
bottles.
bottle flipping.
And you didn't break any glasses, I hope.
No, but I did step on an already broken one. But luckily, I was wearing bar-approved shoes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Not
Crocs?
really. I don't know. I was wearing a pair of Nikes. But it didn't get through it. They
Yeah,
weren't
okay.
really bar-approved.
All right, good.
Mary be like, "Those are bar-approved. I worked in them for 15 years."
Listen, dude, say whatever
What
you want.
happened?
It's
What?
not my fault that
What
you're
was
wrong.
that?
He's not wearing non-slip shoes. They're bar-approved Nikes. Those don't exist.
Oh, I see. Oh. What would you wear behind the bar?
We had to buy non-slip like work shoes.
I see. Like Timberlands.
Skechers has Timberlands. No,
Work boots.
Tim's.
Skechers has a line of like non-slips, but they specifically had to be non-slip like restaurant industry shoes.
Sure. You can't be slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
Slippy, slidey, freaky, styly. That's no good. Okay, good. I got to take a break here. I'll have more money for you. 2:30 is the next chance for you to grab $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie. You want to text for anything else, do that. 35192, and we'll be back.
This is the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have. Just tell it to play the